Hello there, it's Moira McDonald. I've got two junk journals for you today that I'd like to show you. These are pretty much standard notebook size, but they're not standard notebook, I can't even say this, standard notebook inserts. They started out as standard notebook inserts, but as is quite often the case with anything I touch, it tends to grow somewhat. Anyway, I'll give you a rough idea of size. They are 8 1/4, they're both roughly the same, by, I would say, 4 1/4 to, this looks as if it's bigger, this looks as if it's almost 5 inches. To be fair, there's not a lot in it in terms of size. They're both very different, so I'll go through them one at a time and you can see what you think. There are some, I've taken the little bits, not all of the ephemera out, but I've taken some of the ephemera out to show you separately. So I'll just quickly run through it. It's just basically as a circular tag, just normal tag shape. This is an envelope, there's nothing in it. It was an actual envelope, and what I did was just cover it with some kind of kids book page and a variety of stickers, some laces, corrugated card, an old postage stamp, some stickers in the back, just some collaged book pages. And circular tag again, oval tag this time. You might recognise some of these because I did a tutorial on napkin decoupage. That's one of the ones from that. That's just a section of a book page. I think the book page itself was used in this particular junk journal. So we'll get into it. The cover is it was scrapbooking paper, which I then covered with fabric and decorated. We've got our first tuck here. That's a little heart-shaped, hold on, I need to move it over a wee bit to make sure it's actually all in shot. That was a heart-shaped piece of scrapbooking paper, and I just cut some bits of paper down that I had left and sewed them using sewing machine stitch down the middle, and that goes in there. Got another tag here that's quite similar to that other book page one. It's just a section from a book, a children's book on, I think it's a dictionary, and I just collaged a wee bit on it and layered it up on some tea stain paper. So this is primarily got some stamping and a variety of collages throughout. I don't know if you can see this wee butterfly here. I went round that with some gilding wax. Book page again. There's actually some stamping in this in a very, very pale ink. I'm not sure if it's entirely obvious in the stamping, sorry, in the film. Book page here again. More collage, more stamping down the bottom. Napkin there. This is a vellum, a patterned vellum that I had in my stash. I've got tons of those because I went through a phase where I bought a big pack, only to discover that most of them weren't really things that I would normally use, so they kind of sit in my stash, waiting for an opportunity to arise. Variety of different types of paper. Here again, another, it's like a bookmark type thing. Sorry, the lighting is absolutely appalling today because of the way it's very, very dull outside. So that's like a kind of bookmark type thing. That's the bottom of this. Well, it's not the bottom of this one because that's the letter S and that's the letter F, but it's I think you'll find it is from the same book. There's some more stamping in this one, and bird cage, and then the bird on cups down the bottom. some more collage. That's a decoupaged button that was decoupaged with the napkin. Square napkin there, book page again. So there's tons and tons of writing space on this particular book. Just a wee bit of fabric down there. So this one, when I did this, that's the centre, and again some more stamping here. Just the intention was that this would be a writing journal. The second one, although there is some writing space, there isn't. Oh look, there's a letter there. There isn't anywhere near as much as there is in as this one. So if writing is your game, this is the one for you. Another tuck here. And you can write in the back of that if you wanted to. And that's one of those wax seals that I did there, with just some fibres below it. Did a belly band here. Don't do belly bands very often, but that's a belly band. And again, the napkin decoupage video I did, that was one of the decoupage napkins, and I just die cut a couple of leaves from some watercoloured work I had done, and you can write in the back of that. This German text here is from a book that Perrier gave me ages ago, and with great reluctance I finally started using it. I really like fritillaries, that's the name of that flower. Oh, it tells you down there, the fritillary. I used to have some in the front garden, but then we had to dig it up because we did some work out there. So those went. I've got a tuck here if you need extra space. So I haven't put the tags and that in it, mainly because I'm trying to keep it down to when I get round to posting it. If it is bought and I'm posting it, it's really easier or cheaper when it gets passed in an envelope. So if I can take the tags out, it will make the journal itself seem thinner, and just make for a much easier life in terms of the amount it costs in postage. Move that one out of the way and I'll show you the second one. I'll show you the tags that go with the second one first. Again, these are made by myself. I really just wanted to do tags. So I started off making tags, and then I saw a video and I thought, oh, I really want to make a book. So I made a book, and technically I would say these tags don't really fit terribly well with the style of the book, because these are quite opulent and clean and tidy in the main, whereas this particular book is very grungy. And sometimes, I mean, it's entirely different from the other one, but sometimes it really boils down to well, it's what you feel. And there's my door. Right, so that was the post, and we had the traditional separating of the dogs. Right, so here we go. This one, like I say, is very grungy, and it really was just what I felt at the time. Because I quite often like to make what I feel like making, as opposed to what everybody else is doing. So anyway, here we go. So there's a wee bit of mixed media work in the front of this. It's a piece of Tim Holt's scrapbooking paper, and what I've done is I've used some book page and I used some crackle paste on it to look, I don't know if I'm hoping you can pick it up, to just look like a kind of old style plaster, if you like. And I've added some sealing wax here and some fibres, and just kind of dripped the sealing wax off. There's some gold leaf here, and on the picture there's another wee bit of that crackled paste, texture paste up there on the picture. So on the inside I've got a pocket here should you want, I've not overdone the pockets in this, pocket there should you want to store any of the tags or something else in here. This picture here, I went round it with gilding wax as well as some distress ink, and the pages themselves I've deliberately made to look very, very old. They're textured with clear gesso, so you can, you can actually feel the roughness of the paper. There's some lace up here, some stickers and whatever. Likewise lace down here, stickers and just an old picture. It's a die cut butterfly here. So I have made this very, very grungy, so if grungy is not your thing, you're not going to like this at all. But it really is what I felt. This is vellum which I have, and you should be able to see it okay, embossed with gold embossing powders. Just some lace that I fanned out and used a brad. I sewed it together and used a brad, and then just stuck it down. That's just some words from a book as opposed to Tim Holt's words. There was the story, I used a page from a kid's book and I just cut out a couple of the wee phrases from it. That one's I don't know what to do. And that's Timmy barking in the background. There's a lot of stencil embossing in this as well. My Precious, again from that book. It wasn't Lord of the Rings, it wasn't Lord of the Rings. This page I felt very child orientated, if you like, because I had the picture of the wee girl, which again I've distressed, and I just used another couple of kind of images from the kids' book. Miss Stitches from what's it, Happy Families, and a jigsaw piece that Caroline had given me a while back. It's a button, so I used some thread in that. These are Tim Holt's ephemera. There's a piece of washi below this, kind of just a wee fabric cluster. Pocket here. Pocket the other side of it as well. Crying on the Doorstep, again from the child's book. I can't stress enough that this book was very heartfelt as I was making it. Very much just what I wanted to do, what I wanted to say. Some more stenciling, no stenciling, embossing, the gold embossing on vellum. That's one of those Tim Holtz acetate wings things, and I've layered it up on a die cut of a butterfly from music paper. That's a doily in the middle, and again another kind of collage here, some stamping as well, and just another wee bit of lace kind of tip in, if you like, in the picture. This folds over, because again when I originally did the book, obviously there was nothing in it, and that folded over all the pages. However, as the book grew, it was less and less capable of doing that. That's another tuck there, by the way. So you'll tend to find that it'll be limited in how many pages it can actually wrap itself round, but the plan was that it would wrap round them all. The closure here is just some fibres, whatever you want to call it. It's obviously meant for knitting, that Caroline gave me, and it just holds it shut. The back's the scrapbooking paper, and there's some gilding or wax or whatever. I think it's actually paint I used in that, round that one. So that's the books. Put them side by side because I'll take a picture of them. I hope you like them. You can let me know what you think, what sort of style you think is better, if indeed either. But that's it. So thanks very much for your time today. Hope you like them. I'll be putting them up for sale, probably just on Etsy, because yeah, well, I don't really need to go into much of an explanation. New Monday, I don't have an issue with New Monday, but obviously other people do have an issue with New Monday, and as far as it's not really the place that they go to look for things. So in that respect, you're trapped between a rock and a hard place. It's easier to put it in Etsy, because at least if you're in Etsy, there is the vague possibility that folk will find you, because they go to Etsy to look for other people's junk journals. They don't go to New Monday to look for them. So I'll put them on Etsy, and see what happens. Anyway, thanks very much for your time. I'll see you all again whenever. Okay, see you. Bye. Bye.